Hi everyone! On Tuesday, May the 8th, Taylor Swift will begin the Reputation Tour, and I understand that there's probably a lot of people watching this video who don't know that particular date, maybe don't know that Taylor Swift is going on tour, but personally for me that's very exciting because I'm going to see the show in June. And my excitement and build up to the tour starts when other people start sharing their experiences and stories from going to the tour. Getting ready for the Reputation Tour got me thinking back to the 1989 tour in 2015. That was a big one for me and my friend Lilly. We decided to go to 5 shows in 6 days and we were wearing a different costume every night, and this was over 4 different countries. I didn't know it at the time as well, but as we were preparing to go for the tour, it actually became the beginning of my YouTube channel. I made a ton of videos about the 1989 tour. I'm actually going to link them down below in the description if you want to check them out. But if you were to watch all of those videos, you would be watching my channel for over 90 minutes, which is quite a lot. So today I thought I'd do a recap of the 1989 tour and tell you all the highlights that happened, so you can hear my story without having to take a day off work. I think it's fair to say that for most people who go to a show, they buy a concert ticket and then they don't really think about it again until nearer the time to the show. For Swifties, it's a little bit different. They have a tradition of going to the show in costume, and for some lucky fans, it can lead to a chance to meet Taylor or a chance to be at the front row of the stage and things. Personally, I enjoy dressing up, even when it doesn't lead to anything special, because it's really great fun to meet other fans and also great fun to put these costumes together. I also like to go to more than one show when possible, not only because Taylor Swift is my favourite musician, but because I'm friends with a lot of Taylor Swift fans from all over the world, and it's very unusual that we all get the chance to be in the same room at the same time. So when Taylor Swift is on tour and she's in certain areas, it's sometimes a great chance to meet other fans from Europe. So when I decided to take a week off work to go to a Taylor Swift concert, I decided I wanted to go to as many shows as possible. Me and Lilly got started on our costumes with plenty of time to spare, and it's a good thing we did because our first idea in particular was very ambitious. Lilly spent months hand sewing buttons onto 2 t-shirts in homage to a line from the song I Wish You Would. What are we up to, Lilly?
I'm sewing on buttons again. I don't do anything else anymore.
But we don't have that many buttons, do we? Surely not. You always knew. This is taking her a crazy amount of time, guys.
And we still got a second one to go.
Yay! All that fun once again.
Yeah, at least this time I know what I'm doing.
Our costumes for the first night of the 1989 tour would have looked nowhere near as impressive as they did without Lily's help. She was really a star on this one. She spent all her spare time for quite a few months just sewing constantly, and everything else that we used for costumes was pretty much made by me except for a couple of things, and that's purely because all of Lily's spare time was dedicated to these t-shirts. She's kindly asked that I never get her to do that again. As we were getting ready for the shows, I was sharing my excitement on Taylor's official forum, Taylor Connect. I was posting stories and also talking to other fans and things, and unbeknownst to me, somebody from Taylor's management had noticed how active I was on there and taken note of where I planned to see the show. I was out walking my dogs, and when I came back, my Instagram account was going crazy. Taylor Nation had liked one of my photos from 6 weeks ago, and then when I went onto my Taylor Connect account, Kevin, who is one of the moderators and actually works for Taylor Nation, had sent me a message asking if I was excited for my shows yet. I don't know what's going to happen with it, whether that's going to turn into anything interesting, whether that's just him making general chit-chat, whether he'll even bother to read it, I don't know. I decided to film this just in case it turns into something interesting. I was lucky enough to be offered a meet and greet for the first show that we went to, which was in Cologne in Germany. Unfortunately, it was only for one person, so Lily wasn't able to come with me, but I did wear the Buttons t-shirt and Taylor really appreciated her hard work. if I were to try and give a recap of everything that's happened when I met Taylor, this would probably be a very, very long video. So I'm going to link in the description to the video where I speak more about the story of meeting Taylor, so you can watch it in its entirety. For the second night of the show in Germany, we decided to theme our costumes around a line in the song Clean, which goes, "When I was drowning, that's when I could finally breathe." For this show, we decided to wear armbands, snorkels, and bikini t-shirts. Do you like my new bikini? Isn't it gorgeous? And I put the kids to match there. Got the banner over here. Yes, that is a shower curtain. Yes, it looks awesome. And we're all very excited. A little bit tired, but very excited. We met so many new friends that night as we queued up to say hello to Taylor Nation, and this is also the first night that I felt I got to see the show properly, because the night before we'd been quite high up in the upper levels and also at the side of the stage, and on this night we were in the lower levels and we had a front-on view of what the show was designed to look like for the majority of the audience, so that was really good, and I have so many great memories from that second show in Germany. When we got back to the hotel that night, I started doing my hair for our third show in Amsterdam. The next day, we were going to be getting up early to take the train to the Netherlands, but in the middle of the night, we were woken unexpectedly. We're just back from a fire alarm in the hotel. 3:30 in the morning, we're both in our pyjamas. As you can see, my hair is a mess. Why?
You know what it was caused by? By someone using hairspray or deodorant too close to the smoke alarm. Guys, the smoke alarm is up there. I don't know what they done at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, why?
The fire alarm is. It's up there. You literally have to take your deodorant and spray right into it. It's on the ceiling.
And who wakes up at 3:30 a.m. and thinks, gee, I want to feel a bit fresher? We're going back to bed. We'll see you tomorrow. I can't hold the camera any longer.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Our original plan was to have a party on the train to Amsterdam, but we were nowhere near as energetic as we thought we would be because we were all so tired. After a few issues with the train, we made it to our hotel in Amsterdam to change into our zombie costumes, inspired by this love. There's a bit of a massacre going on in the bathroom right now. Yeah, Lily's mopping up all the blood. We've got some in here.
You should probably tell them that it's fake.
This was totally worth playing around with my hair all night. The day after the Amsterdam show was a day off for the 1989 tour, which gave us plenty of time to get over to Glasgow for the next show. We took an overnight ferry to Newcastle and then took the train up to Glasgow. Our friend Liam joined us for the shows in Glasgow and Manchester, and he was a lot more energetic than me and Lily were, but we were still really pumped to be there. Right now it feels like we've always been on tour, so it's going to be really weird once the last show's over tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to cope. We're pretty much exhausted. We've picked up some food. Yeah. And we're just going to go to bed because again we are absolutely shattered. And before we knew it, we were in Manchester getting ready for the final show, where we were dressing up as bees in homage to Welcome to New York. I just caught Liam trying to do a selfie.
A what? A selfie?
A selfie. It's like a selfie only for bees. It's the last night of Taylor Swift and we're just about to leave. And we're dressed as bees because we like bees.
And we be sad to his ending.
Yes, we be sad. So we're going to get going soon and we're going to dance all night. And then it was time to go home after one busy week. I was losing my voice and I was ready to sleep in my own bed again. How are you feeling now that the tour's over?
It's sad, but it was definitely worth going to more than one show because that was a big regret last year.
Yeah, definitely. Would I go to 5 shows again? Absolutely. Would I go to 5 shows in 6 days again? Probably not, because it's a lot of work and I can really see why the Taylor puts in a lot of effort now, not just on the stage but with having to travel and everything that the crew and the dancers and the performers have to do, I have a lot more respect for them now, because after a week I am totally shattered. So I really don't know how they do it for a whole year. My suitcase is a lot more battered and bruised than it was at the beginning of the week. The locks have went a bit funny. There's a few scrapes on it. Basically, if you want to keep a suitcase looking nice, don't roll it over cobbled streets and all around Europe. It may have been a tiring experience, but I'm so glad we did it. I've been dreaming of an adventure like that since 2010, and I cannot wait to soon get back on the road again and film more Swiftie adventures. I hope you enjoyed this recap and also some of the footage from the 1989 tour. If you want to see more of my videos from the 1989 tour, check out in the description where you can see the full playlist, and they'll soon be joined by Reputation videos. I am so excited. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Why not tell me down below in the comments if you have any plans to go and see Taylor Swift? Or if you're not a Taylor Swift fan, who are you planning to see in concert? What are you excited about coming up soon? I'd love to read your thoughts. Thanks again, everybody. Cheerio. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed seeing these 1989 tour videos and want to see my Reputation tour adventures coming up very soon. There's also video suggestions on this side if you want to see more of my content. And thank you so much, everybody. Cheerio.